Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Apologies, coming down with a little head cold, nothing too serious, but that's why it feels like my voice finally dropped, guys. That's not the case, it's actually just a cold. So we're gonna start this video out. By the way, guys, a lot of you, I don't think I got any comment in my 2.1 hog cycle video saying that they didn't want to see 2.1 bait, so that's exactly what we're gonna do today. And because there's a special offer right now in the shop, I want to go ahead and issue a challenge to you guys. The first 5 people who can tweet me at CWA, you got a Twitter change by the way, it's no longer at clash_with_ash, it's just at CWA. First 5 people who can win a classic challenge using the 2.1 bait cycle deck, I'll give $20 PayPal to. So go ahead, again, the first 5, first come, first serve. So sorry to the 6th person who gets it done, but I want some of you guys to be able to unlock these new emotes and the new trade tokens and Legendary King's Chest. It's actually not a bad value pack here, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase it with you guys right now. And let's check out these new emotes and see what we get for trade tokens. I'm not sure if they're all the same rarity or what the deal with that is. We'll get skeleton barrels here, we'll get royal hogs, we'll go ahead and select, well, a little bit more gold with the Tesla for whatever reason. We'll go with the Dark Prince, I guess, and here go with the tombstones, go with the poison. Well, I don't know, I kind of want, just in case I need to trade guards, right? Just in case I need to trade him. And then with the legendaries, give me a Magic Archer? Yes. Alright, so Magic Archer, really trying to max him out. I need a max because being such a high skill cap card. So, guys, today, oh, here's the new emotes too. Let's check these out really quickly here. So, the 4 new emotes, I'm a big fan of the Larrys, guys. We're going to throw them in our deck right here and see what they sound like and look like or whatever. I think one of them takes off his head, right? Is it the first one? Yeah. Pretty legit emotes, guys. But anyway, bait cycle deck. Here's the deck, by the way, guys. Really fun deck to play. Not the best deck in the game, but it's a really good deck at teaching you to be better. You're going to see that illustrated through these replays coming at you right now. Alright guys, welcome back to the main video. Today I'm joined by Alan. He goes back, I think he's with Art of War right now, which is a long time Clash of Clans competitive clan. But he goes back to the 50 Kings and Sandstorm days as well. He's been around the game a long time. A really good player. I'll have his player stats and information in the description below as always. You guys already saw the deck, reminding you guys again of the prizes, $20 to everybody, or the first 5, excuse me, who can complete a classic challenge using this deck. So the first replay here, Boofy Goober, who is Alan, is going to be at the top of the screen here, guys. Apologies again about that. We'll switch on the replays. But at the top, you can almost imagine the perspective of the opponent when going against a deck as annoying and swarmy as this. And we're going to show you some great replays, kind of illustrating even how if you have a strong splash defensive deck with a lot of splash spells and log and arrows, you're still able to outcycle it if you're Alan, aka Boofy Goober. We'll just call him Goober to keep things kind of simple here throughout the rest of the episode. So early on here, the one thing that you guys really want to take away strategy-wise about this deck is just because it costs 2.1 Elixir doesn't mean you have to constantly spam, and that really goes for any cheap cycle deck in this game, like 2.6 Hog Cycle or a 2.9 Expo Cycle, or the more viable cycle decks that are a little bit more expensive than this deck. You don't have to just spam constantly here. You just want to focus on being aggressive but tactfully so, meaning that you don't need to just spam goblins and fire spirits simultaneously at the bridge. That's not how you play the deck. And this replay is great because right off the bat here, about halfway through the match almost, he takes a lot of damage to his left tower, but you're gonna see how not just this match but a couple matches he's able to kind of collect himself and make pretty epic comebacks. So here we go with a Goblin Barrel. A wrong prediction, unfortunately, there. Going inside Goblin Barrel on your second or third Goblin Barrel of the match is often a good move, especially if they don't have Tornado in their deck or in their hand. A lot of times they'll always kind of predict those Goblin Barrels on the outside. A lot of pro players have actually switched, not necessarily competitively, but in grand challenges on ladder, they've switched to using their first Goblin Barrel on the inside, being that Tornado is a little bit less popular than it used to be. At least you have, what, like a 10, 15%, 20% chance of running into it on ladder right now, and about the same use rates on Tornado in challenges, so not quite as prevalent as it used to be. So anyway, here we're going to go ahead and connect with about 300 damage or so off that right tower. So the opponent is splitting their damage here using bridge spam, and we have things kind of like, this is the biggest push we had to contend with here. Look at Magic Archer just doing so much damage in the back there, but good, smart defense here, really resulting in no big damage onto either of his towers here from Goober. I mean, meanwhile, he attacks with that Goblin Barrel, basically just like a normal bait deck. You're going to be using your Goblin Barrel most of the time after successful defenses, just to keep applying that pressure. And, you know, this is funny because it's two really big pressure decks going head-to-head here in the traditional bridge spam versus this 2.1 bait spam deck. So here, taking care of that Magic Archer, doing a very good job of cycling all his cards, kind of distracting and misdirecting that Magic Archer, even more importantly here. And now we can take care of this Royal Ghost relatively easily, just using Goblins and then Bat supported. And then here comes another Goblin Barrel. Of course, the opponent opting to use Fireball whenever they have it in cycle against that Goblin Barrel. So here it comes again, defending against this Battle Ram and an Inferno Dragon. We're going to use Fire Spirits, we're going to use Dark Goblin in the back. In this deck, Dark Goblin's mainly going to be a defensive option for you guys, or used on the counterattack, the beautiful Ice Spirit there to freeze and reset that Inferno Dragon. Getting tons of value here out of this Dark Goblin played in the back, really able to clean up a lot of this push, including that, along with the Bats there, and including the Royal Ghost there. So really good job. And Goober, Alan, a big fan apparently of the Barbarian Screamy emote. I can take a wild guess and say that's his favorite of the new emotes here. So we'll see if maybe the skeletons can come into play here. Maybe he'll start using the Larrys instead of the Barbarians, but a lot of people out there think the Barbarians are the most OP emotes. I'm still partial to the old school Hog Screamy Faced or the Pig Screamy Face, but yeah, I don't know. I think that I'll try the skeletons out and see how I feel about them. Well, at least in this replay, Boofy Goober is on your side of the arena, so you can kind of imagine this this match from his perspective a little bit easier. And this time we're going against 3 Musketeers. Man, how are you going to handle a deck like this? They have Elixir Pump, when we're not really able to punish, at least in the traditional manner. And they also have 3 Musketeers, and they have a Minion Horde and Miner. They just have a lot of cards that are kind of difficult to deal with, and there's their very first pump of the match. Now, obviously with a deck as fast as this, you don't need to necessarily punish immediately once they drop that Elixir Pump. You can kind of take your time. All you want to do is basically use your Goblin Barrel in log, especially if they place it where he did there. So you're going to see that, I think, after they defend, after Goober, excuse me, defends against these Muskies. So one Muskie does lock on there, but you're seeing a beautiful defense there, using the Ice Golem first and then dropping whatever swarm units you have. By the way, always send in the log with the Goblin Barrel there when that is the location of the pump. It's a beautiful way to handle the pump, and most 3 Musketeer players are going to be going ahead and using their gang to defend that pump. So beautiful use of Fire Spirits again here. Granted, we haven't gotten a lot of damage off the opponent's tower, but at this point he's going to be forced to use his Miner on defense, and we're able to get a few hits there with that Dark Goblin and finally take this tower below 2,000 HP, and then forcing a zap out of the opponent. So you can see at this point we're just keeping the tempo up here, trying to get to double elixir time, and more importantly, cycle to more Goblin Barrels and do more chip damage in single elixir time, where we know we don't have to contend with just absolutely massive 3 Musketeer pushes. So it looks like the opponent is ready to pump up again. Let's see if they do so. Are they going to? 9 elixir and pump. So a pump in the back this time, so immediately we're going to go in. Pretty aggressive push here with the Ice Golem cycling to another Goblin Barrel. And this time, with the Ice Golem to tank for the Goblin Barrel, we're able to punish that pump there in kind of a traditional method. A nice predictive Miner right on top of that Dark Goblin. He ends up taking down our Dark Goblin, but the power of the Fire Spirits here, guys, really showing themselves throughout this match and especially the next match. And that was an unfortunate Goblin Barrel there. However, we did get one stab on that Goblin on the left tower. So now this is like the real big first massive push that we're going to have to deal with. And we're going to take some damage. But look at this. Bats and Goblins on the right. On the left, we're going to go ahead and use a log, it looks like, indeed. And, you know, really able to mitigate taking a ton of damage. More importantly, we're able to make the opponent, knowing that they don't have a big spell, they're able to split their damage, and whenever you can get a 3 Musketeer player to split their damage, you're looking pretty good. Now we connect with the Goblin Barrel, we force out another zap, but that's not going to stop him, prevent him from letting us take that left tower, and there goes the Barbarian Scream emotes. It's another victory there. I can't believe this guy got 12 wins with this deck. It is so difficult. I wish you guys luck in the Classic Challenge, or the Classic Challenge Bounty. We'll call it a bounty. I wish you guys luck in that, but I want to show you one more replay before you guys get to it. And by all means, even if you guys, you know, don't want to go for a 12-win Classic Challenge, this is the type of deck that you can play to, you know, just like I said at the Hog Cycle deck, the 2.1. It is not the best deck in the world, guys. These are not like meta decks by any stretch of the imagination. They're just cheap decks that will teach you how to cycle better and will teach you the perfect placement for kiting and just taking advantage of your swarm cards in a very fast cycle deck, identifying the opponent's win condition, your best counter to it, and their best counter to your Goblin Barrel, in this case, your win condition. It will kind of teach you to keep track of those things. So the reason I wanted to share this matchup, and the reason we saved it till last, is because the opponent has Baby Dragon, they also have log, and they also have arrows. So good luck getting around log, arrows, and Baby Dragon. We don't even have really any way. I don't know how Boofy Goober was able to pull this off, honestly. But we're going to see right now, guys. So Fire Spirit's going into that Tombstone, rendering it pretty much useless here at this point. And we're just going to go ahead and we leak a little bit of Elixir there, trying to see what the opponent is going to do. They decide to cycle that Baby Dragon in the back of the left-hand side, so we respond with a Dark Goblin in the opposite lane, and then it's going to be a Bandit and a Cannon Cart in the opposite lane as well. Kind of a tricky situation, but using that Ice Golem to buy us a little bit of time, and then a beautiful use of those Fire Spirits to kill the Baby Dragon. Again, a beautiful 2-for-4 trade there. Fire Spirits able to take out that Baby Dragon. Really, really good job there by Goober. He doesn't get a lot of damage, obviously, or any damage on that right tower with the Goblin Barrel, but keep in mind, what we did there was get the log out of rotation, and look at the opponent's hand here. They still have arrows in hand. I mean, the good thing is we really don't have any good lightning targets, so lightning's pretty much going to be in their hand unless they decide to start cycling it. I think in hindsight, the opponent here might have been better served just cycling a lightning in this situation. Like, I think they probably should have just lightninged here. Of course, hindsight being 2020, realizing how difficult in double elixir it would be to get any damage onto Boofy Goober here. So here it goes. They have log again in hand. It seems like they always have a good answer for whatever Boofy Goober can throw at them. And here we have a split lane push, a Cannon Cart, a Mega Minion, a Bandit. We take care of the Bandit, and we're able to defend again very nicely there with the Fire Spirits and then the Dark Goblin again. Man, commentary is tough on this because it moves so fast because so much is going on. Here comes another time. We caught them. Look at that, guys. We caught them without the arrows and the log in cycle, in rotation there, and that's really just testament to the speed and the cheapness of the deck that we are playing here. So here comes Dark Goblin. He's going to use his log against the Dark Goblin here, and again, he has no good Goblin Barrel counter in hand, and a good job identifying that immediately, and look at the pressure we are applying, knowing that he didn't have arrows or the log in cycle there. Probably a mistake logging that Dark Goblin by the opponent. Again, easy to kind of say in hindsight, but here comes another log, but we cycle to another Ice Golem to prevent that Bandit from getting a charge off. So just like this, we have crept back into this game, and there it goes. Another arrow play there, allowing us to go hard in the paint in the left side, and look at all that damage we're able to get with the bats as well. 379 HP left standing on that left tower. Man, this guy is incredible. I can't believe that he won this matchup. I can't believe he even won a 12-win Grand Challenge with this deck. I mean, it's incredible. He was one of the 3 players, by the way, to actually accomplish this, along with Dystrophy and Lucas X Gamer. Both Lucas and Dystrophy use the 2.1 Hog Cycle decks, the same deck deck that I shared a few videos ago. This one is or I should say, Boofy Goober was the only one to go ahead and do it with bait, which is really awesome. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but I actually shared a video where Surgical Goblin got 20 wins in the CCGS challenge or CRL challenge. I forgot which one, using a minor cycle deck. But this is the first time I've seen this cheap of a bait cycle deck, I think, here on the channel. So I hope you guys definitely enjoyed it. You can see that even though they have log and cycle, we're able to just cycle out at this point, just using another log here. And then I forgot, what, we need 4 HP, I think it is, right? Oh, wow, that was off. Okay, we need 13 HP still after that log. Man, I'm still getting used to tournament level standards after they changed the spell damage. I'm a bit of a noob. But either way, guys, we do connect with that log and pull up the victory there. So, guys, another huge shout out to Alan, a.k.a. Boofy Goober. Check out his player stats and profile information along with the deck link in the description below. Guys, huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.